So then, the climb down, the come down of the Premier League season starts now, and Ben Hur is battling for the top goal scorer. That's the big story, really, of the league this season. Thames then sit in 4th position as our final league game of the series. It's been quite a long series, folks. I think you'll probably agree. And I'm very excited to bring you then the penultimate episode right now. We may well do. I'll say this actually in this video. We might do some extra episodes. If there's things you want to see, maybe like a best 11, things like that. Maybe look around the rest of world football. And maybe I'll put Thames in the future, and we'll do that later this week. Then let me know in the comment section, and we'll maybe work on a few of those as well. But let's then progress forward then and get this final league game against Wolverhampton Wanderers under our belts. And of course, we'll take a look through some of our league statistics as well and focus on a few bits and pieces. But yeah, as I say, we're in 4th position, then a point ahead of Chelsea, who are in 5th. And we know that a win today will keep us in that top 4 and automatically qualifies for the Champions League. Later today, keep your eyes peeled. There will be an episode in which we play Stuttgart in the Europa League final. So look forward to that one as well. But let's then play this league game and run you through the team for said game. So team-wise, there was part of me that wanted to go sentimental, but there's part of me that actually would quite like to finish 4th in this final season. Our first year with European football for a very at a higher level. Of course, we had the Champions League group stages that went kind of not as well as planned. Calvo then will be in goal. Nedi Furtado at right back. We've got Giovanni Octalavaro. It's too late to learn it. Ericsson will partner him at the back with Diallo playing at left back, of course. Mackay on the left-hand side. Obrek on the right. Alves, Jimenez and Dorfer as a midfield 3 with Ben Hur up top through the middle. 47 goals for him so far this season. Obviously, if you can go for the magic 50, that would be fantastic. Has got a lot in Europe. 13 in total in 14 games. So he's had a really, really good time of it. Hopefully he can complete his goal-scoring mission today against Wolves, a team that normally is likely to score against. So let's get into this then. We're playing attacking flexible. Team instructions are as ever for those that want to note them down. And in recent times, we've actually done okay. We actually played a game. I forgot about this. We played Watford before this one. 2-0 victory, opening with a penalty, and Ben Hur, a very comfortable 2-0 win, it's fair to say. And Watford offered a little bit here and there, but nothing particularly clear-cut. We had 61% of the ball, so we controlled the game from start to finish. Right then, into this game against Wolves, our final league game as Thames manager in this series. I'm gripping my chair really tightly, like this is sort of the goodbye to the league football system. Oh, this feels a bit weird. Okay, you got to remember, as much as this is like a one sort of 10-minute video for you, this is like the end of 7 months of my life. So actually, no, what are we in? October, so even more than that. So for me, I'm giving away essentially what is a long save. People are asking, by the way, this save will be available to Patreons. Links in the description if you want to know about that. You know that it's available to you. I know it's very late in the day. This series was supposed to finish about a month ago. Everything went on longer than I ever planned. Right then, dressing room. Let's do a final team talk for the league campaign. Come on, lads, we can qualify for the Champions League. If there's ever a time to say that, it's probably right now. And an away win at Wolves will get that job done. We're going out attacking as well. We should be the superior team. So here we go. Just one game in this episode then, as I say, the Europa League final will come as its own episode later on, and we could have finished this, I think, on episode 200. I don't know what's going on this weekend. There's so many videos. It's almost like FM19 might be coming out soon, and I need to prepare myself for that and give myself a little bit of breathing room. Right then, here we go, as the first highlight of the game, really, is going our way. 17 minutes on the clock, and Ben Hur is racing down that right-hand side, beats his man, finds Dorfer in acres of space, who shoots just wide. Probably should have been a goal, in fairness. It's been an emotional journey. Have you got a favourite moment? Maybe it's yet to come, of course, but have you got a favourite moment of the series? Lee running away from the ball was a highlight for me. There's been quite a few, actually. There's been some games in particular that have really stood out, but something about Lee running away from the ball will just always tickle me. It's very much up there with the Lassu moment from the Salford story, as Ben Hur races through there. Ball forced to Mackay. Oh, and he gets the goal, pops it home, and hopefully with that goal, it'll take us above Spurs. I don't know what they're doing on this final day. I think they play City, actually, and of course Manchester United and Manchester City battling for that title spot. I think both teams can still win it as we go into today's fixtures, as Ben Hur races his way through. Great tackle from the defender, it has to be said. Was it Amrabat, actually, at Wolves? He's still at the same club. Wow, he changed clubs 3 times in 3 years. He's still at Wolves, though. And former Thames Hall of Famer. Corner to Thames now. Ericsson's there, heads over. Oh, start the corners as we mean to go on. I'm genuinely fascinated to see if corners are good next year. I'm so curious. All right, half-time has been and gone. Let's bring up almost the full league table so you can see what's gone on elsewhere as we see the rest of the highlights. Let's say we're up to 3rd at the moment, and there's obviously still a battle going on at the top, although we're not really a part of it. But to finish 3rd behind the 2 Manchester clubs would be quite the achievement. Right now, we're still on course to finish in 4th regardless and get into those Champions League places. As Ben Hur, he always rounded the keeper there. 2-0, another goal for him. That's what you want to see, as he's getting ever close to that 50 milestone, which I hope he reaches. Blackburn, Everton already relegated, and there's still a battle at the bottom between Bournemouth and Watford. So keep your eyes out. Who will go down, we'll find out. Lovely finish from Ben Hur, though. Open goal he gave himself there. 3,000 away fans in my final league. Well, is it going to? No, it's not really, because I'm gonna play on stream, I think, at some point, or try to anyway. I don't know when or where. So I mean, I know where, twitch.tv/DrBenji, but I don't know when that'll be. But I think I kind of want to actually win a Premier League or win a Champions League with these boys. There's something in me that needs to make that happen. Now, in reality, with this big Europa game coming up, I should probably rest some of these players and get them off so they're fit and firing. If we score another one here, as I say that, Dorfer gets injured and Obrick scores. The physios are darting. I mean, I've never seen so many physios. This looks bad. Okay, those two have come on. There's 4 physios on the pitch to celebrate. It's mayhem over there as we get ourselves a third goal and wrap this up. I'm definitely going to make some changes depending on what happens to Dorfer. He goes down like he's hurt himself. Mackay puts the ball in. Back post Ben Hur to seal things. And Thames looking very good. And Tottenham are actually dropping out of the top 4 here as Dorfer has indeed picked up this injury. Oh, blimey. We'll bring on Fiore to play alongside Ben Hur for the final few moments. I was going to take him off, actually, but we'll keep him out there. Mikulian Robrenek on this right-hand side. And Pierre can come on for Diallo. I think he deserves the opportunity. Hopefully no more injuries in the last 5 minutes. So as results go in our favour, and as Fiore makes it 4-0, I was doing my end of game speech there, but we've scored a 4. Fiore gets another goal for us. He's been a little sort of secret star of this save, I feel like, towards the back end of it. You can see there then Thames look like they're going to finish in 3rd position. Tottenham drop out as mentioned, Arsenal in 7th, West Ham 6th, and it looks like Manchester City, having beaten Tottenham, I think today, will finish at the top of the table and win themselves another Premier League title, which is sort of to be expected at the start of the season. 10 points adrift this year, little disappointing, but I still think we can be really proud of finishing 3rd. I still think that's a really good achievement. And if we were going on a few more seasons, then I don't think people would scoff at this too much. With it being the final year, it's a bit more disappointing, but not too bad in all opinions. And 3rd position, lots of money in the coffers. Champions League qualification secured once again for any future seasons we may or may not do, and a Europa League final in a few days, and that's where you'll join me next. Let's take a look through then, see who some of the top performers were this season before we play that final game next episode. Just realised I've not had the light in my... Oh, there we go. Now I feel alive. Arsenal beat United 4-0. That's what pretty much cost them the title, as City won 4-1 comfortably over there then. Right, a few little bits and pieces. Dorfer is out of the Europa League final, which I think we're going to have Flair missing as well. He might be back in a few days, 6 to 12 days. He won't be back. Okay, that's not ideal then. We'll have to come up with a solution there. Actually, that is really not good news. I guess we'll have to think of something. Herzog might be back in the side for that one, more than likely. Right then, we'll do this. We'll leave this end of season team talk or press conference, sorry, to the assistant. And you can see there then, what are the initial budgets? I am curious. 106 million as a transfer budget. That couldn't even get you a defender in this team. 36 million or so in the bank as well for finishing 3rd, and the playouts as well, 3 million to the squad. And the best part, folks, is that we did indeed do all right for FFP. Don't worry. Everyone sit calmly as 87 million in the bank. You'd think we'd pass it with that, wouldn't you? Really. Let's say still got to come, but let's take a look through the squad. There might be some end of season awards as well. I'm curious. If not, we'll do those next episode. Goal of the season, Ferreira got 3rd, a memorable goal it was apparently in the November, and Ben Hur 2nd in top goal scorer, just missed out, which is a little bit of a shame for him really. Same amount of goals, but I'm guessing the chap that won it had less games, so obviously his goals to game ratio probably slightly better. But Ben Hur won it last year, 37 for him last year, 31 this year, still pretty impressive by all accounts. As we come to the screen then, and we can see top goal scorers, of course, with a game to go, we'll sort of asterisk that. 48 goals for Ben Hur, 13 assists, very, 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 very good. Obrick with 12. We didn't have enough goal scorers behind Ben Hur. I think that's been part of the problem this year, is we had sort of one main goal scorer, and if he didn't score, we had a few problems. Don't get me wrong, there was goal scorers within this team. Herzog, though, we did compare that his season to last year. Didn't play as much, but only 6 goals, when in previous years 10 and 12. I'm sure you can probably label that against some of the others as well. Ferreira got 7 goals. 5 goals this season in the league, 7 overall, whereas last year contributed a little bit more, right? So that is part of the problem. But regardless, some really good stats in there, assists especially. Let's go on that actually. Obrick with 18, Mackay with 17. Those two both really good seasons, pivotal parts of how we played this year. In terms of appearances, Calvo 58 games played. You've got a feel for Lazaro in that case, who has featured once. this season. I don't think it was a league game either, was it? Oh, it was a league game, and he kept a clean sheet. I mean, what a season for Lazaro. We can be the Lazaro fan club will be delighted. Their average rating-wise, 7.61 for Ben-Hur to be expected. I did mention Fiore, underrated star of this side, really. Has done pretty well. 5 goals and 2 assists in only 4 starts. It's not too bad at all. Mackay follows not far behind. And Paulo Alves, worth mentioning him, of course, came in for big money to replace Aludum and actually did alright at the end of the season. 7.08, not too bad at all in our top, what is that, top 6 performers, so not too bad at all. If you want to look at anything else there, by all means, feast your eyes upon it. In the last few games, you can see the boys in form, and ignoring David Dexter at the top there, Ben-Hur is in form right now, and some of these boys who are definitely going to start certainly are. So you can imagine there then that 6 will definitely feature in the Europa League final amongst some others. The question remains though, Herzog, will he feature because of these injuries to some of our other players? Of course, with Dorfer and Ferrer out, he's the only natural option play in that position, and I guess that's what we'll have to find out next time. If you enjoyed this episode though, please do leave a like. Want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and we'll love with care. If you let's mention until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.